This podcast was recorded on Christmas Day 2019, and it's currently March 26th, 2020. And obviously, a lot of things have changed since then. Christmas seems like 75,000 years ago. But I guess first and foremost, I'm okay. I'm in quarantine right now because I had my internship in Manhattan. So I'm on my last couple of days staying at home from that, and Erin's doing okay too. So so yeah, obviously, between my life, school, and all the things going on, I just haven't had a chance to release this until now. So but yeah, I'm not a big fan of long intros or intros in general, so I'm keeping this short. But just to let you all know, hang in there. This is quite the unique and terrible and stressful and anxious time. And then again, maybe on the flip side of it, you can find some some happiness in it, whether it's connecting to people you haven't connected to in a while, connecting with people who you live with, hopefully in a constructive way, connecting with your loved ones, and helping the most vulnerable out there, along with people who just need help in general, provided that help follows safety regulations and safety guidelines, because while your intentions may be good, the effect of your great intentions, unfortunately, with the virus and how it spreads, could be could result in a harmful effect. So yes, help those that are vulnerable, and make sure that safety guidelines are followed. So so yeah, stay safe. Hopefully you stay healthy, and and hopefully this blast from the past from Christmas helps in some way take your mind off of what's going on. So and hopefully the next podcast will be around sooner rather than later. So feel free to contact me with anything, even if you just want to talk, or if you just want to email, or you just want to hang, I guess. All right, away we go. Okay, Merry Christmas.
Woohoo.
It's Christmas, and what better way to celebrate Christmas than to watch Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I've seen this a bunch. Say hi, Erin.
Hello.
Erin has not. This is her first time seeing it. So
I remember.
Right, that you remember. So last we left with this podcast with Erin was we saw Star Wars Episode 1, and it ended where Anakin saved the day. He blew a bunch of stuff up. Qui-Gon Jinn, the guy who was supposed to train him, died, and now he was assigned to Obi-Wan promised Qui-Gon that he would train Anakin. And that's where we left off.
Yes.
So are you ready, Erin, for Star Wars Episode 2, sure. Attack of the Clones? Well, away we go. So what's going to happen is we're going to watch it. So the next time you hear from us, we're going to review the movie, but then as a bonus, we're going to do a commentary, and I'm going to edit it to where it's just going to be our comments. You don't have to sit through the whole movie and wait for us to comment. I will just have our comments in there. That'll be a little extra bonus. All right, so you will hear a review. I haven't seen this in a while, so it's going to be interesting what I think of it now as opposed to what I thought of it before. And Erin, with her first time that she remembers seeing it. So, and I have watched Star Wars a billion times. Erin hasn't that much, so it'll be nice comparison. Sound good? Cool. All right. And away we go. All right. So episode 2 is over. What did you... Ooh, Jesus Christ. What did you think, Erin?
It was alright.
Alright?
I feel like, especially in the beginning, I didn't know what the hell was going on. And you didn't give me details, so I didn't know... I was just not interested because I had no fucking idea what was happening.
As far as what?
I didn't know who was good, who was bad, what was the point of anything, like, why is this even happening? so cheesy and boring, and I was just not into it.
Were you into it at all?
I got into it over time as it like got more exciting.
Like, what
there was,
part?
Like, a plot. I don't know.
Like, what got you excited?
I guess after we discovered the Clonari.
Oh, okay. So, like, oh god, it must have been like 40 minutes in. You started to get into it, like when he went to Camino.
Yeah,
And
and even
looked at
that
the
was a
clones.
slow drip until I actually got there.
Oh. So it was only after that that you got into the movie?
Yeah.
So the politics of it, the building of the tension in the Senates,
Nope, I didn't notice any of it. Didn't know what was happening. None of it meant anything to me. I had no idea.
Anakin and Padme, their relationship, and
So
Anakin,
cliche.
Obi-Wan's relationship.
Meh.
No? You weren't buying it?
No.
Yoda, Chancellor Palpatine, Mace Windu.
Doing what? They didn't say anything important.
Just about the relationship with
Yawn.
the government.
Next.
You were just bored.
Boring.
Jar Jar.
Done
What do you think?
fire.
Remember? So you said, well, why would Jar Jar be there? What's the point? Why would you have him as a replacement for Amidala when Amidala's away? But so Lucas, I don't know if he planned this after episode 1, but he used Jar Jar as, the bumbling fool that Jar Jar was in episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, he became a politician in episode 2, which, what kind of politician would ever be a bumbling fool, right? So, but Lucas used that, his, bumbling, to be used by Chancellor to get those emergency powers. So there was a purpose with Jar Jar, at least. And he didn't have that big a part in episode 2.
So the purpose was to put an idiot in there to get something done over on him.
To introduce a bill that would give the Chancellor emergency powers. So the Chancellor can take more power. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but then again, you would
I doubt
imagine...
that was Padme's intention.
It wasn't Padme's intention, but she was away, on Naboo for security reasons.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yes. So, what did you think of, especially with Padme liking Anakin? What made you think that she would like him?
Because when you're around somebody that's obsessed with you that long and there's no one else around, I guess you're kind of...
Yeah, you think so?
You kind of fall into it.
Yeah? Even after that someone just murders innocent people?
I don't think she gave a shit.
I guess not.
At all.
Yeah. I would think most people would say, okay, I understand that you're angry, but you had to kill children after that?
Love is blind.
Oh my god, that's really blind. So, and then, she just professed her love for him while they were, being led into the Colosseum.
Because when you see your death imminent, you say stuff because you're never going to get a chance to say it again.
Right, but why would she say that in the first place? What made her fall in love with him?
I don't know.
Was he hot?
He was attractive, and, it's not like she sees a lot of other guys.
I guess, but...
Obviously.
But she lives in Coruscant, which is like, it's a city with like 1 billion beings in it. So there's no one else?
But isn't she, kind of cut off from all of them?
She's
it's not like she goes out and mingles with the public.
She's a senator.
I'm going to go down to the bar later and see if I can pick up some hot guy. No.
She's a senator. You figure she could have relationships within the political sphere.
Wouldn't that be scandalous?
No. Well, just whether it's another politician or whether it's, I don't know, someone on staff or just someone, a lawyer or an accountant. Someone. There's so many beings on Coruscant.
Yeah.
So... I don't know, this is the first time I saw it in a while, and, I didn't mind it. I kind of liked, with Rise of Skywalker being out, that second trilogy, you can tell there was just really no cohesiveness to it, or barely any cohesiveness to it. There was a little cohesiveness between 7 and 8, and a little bit of cohesiveness between 8 and 9, but you can tell it was written by different people instead of having a grand outline. At least that's what I think. At least with this, Lucas kind of had an outline. He kind of knew where it was going to go. So you can tell what he's doing. Even if you don't agree with it, you can tell where he's going to go with it. Mm-hmm. Even though how he executed it may not be agreeable. Especially in this one, I think the relationship between Anakin and Padme just didn't have time to develop. Mm. So, I think that was my biggest criticism of that, and the overuse of CGI. And I think they could have replaced some of the action with more story. Like there was, I said this in the commentary, but I'll say it now. There was deleted scenes where it showed the formation of what came to be the Rebel Alliance. Like you see Mon Mothma, and she was in Rogue One, and she was in Return of the Jedi, and with Bail Organa, who ends up being Princess Leia's adopted father. Jimmy Smits plays him. So he starts to form the Rebel Alliance as well. So I wish they would have put that in. You know, at least it's there for a deleted scene, but I wish they would have put that in. And just how the Jedi were so... And I do like how Lucas starts to plant how arrogant the Jedi are becoming. And that arrogance is blinding them to what's really going on.
Yeah.
So, and just how Dooku just completely just, you know, maybe he lied or maybe there's a half-truth in there, or just how he was able to manipulate almost everyone in the movie. So I really like Christopher Lee's performance in this. I think Dooku's a really good character, especially in the expanded universe. So, scary guy. But it's good that Christopher Lee plays him. So, anything else stand out for you in the movie that we just watched?
I really wish I could keep track of, like, who's related to who. Because, like, you know, it's a lot of... I like the little, like, throwbacks. Like, oh, this person who happens to be in other movies later or before, and it's the aunt, and it's the brother, and it's
Right.
like...
Okay.
My brain hurts. I can't keep track of all of this.
So,
I know you explained it to me, and I kind of get it now, but I'm just saying, like, there's so much.
There's a lot of characters.
Yeah.
There's a lot, especially for someone who doesn't really watch the movies that much. Yeah, it could be a lot. So, but yes, luckily you have me to explain everything.
Seriously.
Yes. So, but all right. So, did you remember episode 1 at all?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like episode 1 better than this?
Yeah.
You do. Do you remember like episodes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? You haven't seen Rise of Skywalker yet, or Rogue One?
I saw Rogue One.
You did.
I saw Rogue One with you in the theaters.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You saw it with me in my apartment.
Just kidding. I saw it with you at your apartment.
Yes. But like is this better than
No.
any of... No. Okay.
I was
so
not.
It's better.
This is like a low man on the totem pole.
So this is the worst one you've seen.
Not the worst.
What was worse than this?
Maybe it was worse. I don't even know.
Okay.
I'm really bad at this.
Right. But you liked this better than episode 1.
Nah. Not really.
Oh, okay. So you liked episode 1 better than this.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. But then you liked all the other movies better than this.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the next movie is episode 3, which we will watch right now. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding.
No, you're dying.
But episode 3, the next movie, is the culmination of what's known as the prequel trilogy.
Yes. Yes.
So there you go. And that will be the next one we watch someday. Right? No?
Sunday.
Someday.
Oh, I thought you said Sunday. I was like, what the fuck? I'm working.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Someday.
Someday. Not Sunday.
Maybe Easter.
Maybe. So.
Next chance we'll get.
Right. So, all right. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
No. And where can they find you, Erin?
Hiding at work.
Hiding at work.
I don't even use the internet anymore.
Erin doesn't use the internet, so you cannot find her.
I mean, I have a Twitter account, but I don't bother using it, like, ever.
She doesn't use it.
Unless you want to see what I drink.
Right. Okay, so you don't have to give it.
ERUNUEVO.
Cool. My Twitter.
It's boring, sorry.
Don't say that. Don't say that. But my Twitter is MMAM Podcast. My Facebook is MMAM Podcast. My email is mmAMpodcast@gmail.com. And that's it. All right. So thank you, Erin. Mm-hmm. And thank you, everybody, for listening. And may the Force be with you. Bye. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, this is the famous opening crawl that is seen throughout all the movies. I heard that when Ewan McGregor, who plays Obi-Wan, found out the name of the movie, he thought it was a joke. He's like, oh, that's so funny. And then he was like, oh, seriously? Oh, okay. And this tilted up as opposed to tilting down, which is, I think, most, if not all of the movies.
What tilted up?
The camera moves up as opposed to moving down.
Oh.
And I think in all the movies it would move down.
Huh.
R2. No, she's not a clone. She's
I know.
a decoy.
Whatever. That's what I meant. Twin. How did your decoy, like, come to be? Because they are literally identical.
Well, you want to look a lot alike to throw would-be assassins off.
I didn't know if she was, like...
Which is what they did.
Related or somehow...
No, they're not related.
Modified.
Nope. They just look alike.
This movie's hella old.
Yeah. That border dispute on Ancillon was made into a whole novel before this movie came out.
Oh, my.
And I read it.
Of course.
I think it was called The Approaching Storm. It was pretty good.
Cool.
Thank you, Master.
Oh, yes.
Obi-Wan has the mullet.
Ugh, I hate you.
Protection is a job for local security, not Jedi. It's overkill, Master. Investigation is implied in our...
Now, just from that behavior, if I was Obi-Wan, I would have been like, no, this isn't going to work.
Why?
Because he's already objecting to his orders to just protect her.
Oh.
Perhaps
She feels it's beneath him.
Yeah.
The mystery surrounding this threat will be revealed.
No, it's the arrogance. This is the key with what's going on with the Jedi.
I see.
It's a good thing he's not afraid of heights.
I know, right?
So that yellow speeder is a tribute to one of George Lucas's first films called American Graffiti, where there was a bright yellow car in it. And Lucas wrote and directed this movie. She could have just shot him.
She?
The bounty hunter.
I didn't know it was a she.
Yeah. It's a lot of traffic.
It must be Christmas.
Why do I get the feeling you're going to be the death of me?
So those last two guys the first guy was the guy who played C-3PO, and the second guy was the guy who played Jar Jar.
What last three guys?
The extras that were shown turning around.
Oh, I didn't even see them.
It was a bounty hunter call.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
Like, anybody can understand what you just said.
Yeah.
Toxic dart.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Captain Obvious?
Track down this bounty hunter. You must, Obi-Wan.
No, really?
Take my place in the Senate. Representative Binks? I know I
God.
can count
Yeah.
on you.
Lisa, accept this.
Of all the people to choose, why would you put that idiot
I don't
anywhere?
wish to hold you up. I'm sure you have a great deal to do.
It's a great question, Erin.
Like, the dumbest of the... Oh, just get him murdered. Like, please just let him get dead.
I do not like this idea of hiding.
Investigation.
I like
It
the
won't take
dress.
Master Obi-Wan long to find
Yeah, the
this
costumes were great.
I haven't
I've always wanted a
worked for years to
corset.
beat the Military Creation Act. Please don't look at me like that.
Mm-hmm. She really shouldn't be wearing so much bling if she's trying to be incognito.
I guess that's what refugees wear.
Is it?
I don't know.
She's too shiny.
This is my first assignment. You're exactly the way I remember you in my dreams.
Oh.
You're creeping me out. That's beautiful.
Yep.
Is any of that real?
I don't think so.
That's a planet?
Yeah.
That's just like a random ship things.
Well, it's built on water.
I see.
So it's mostly water.
Not much Caminoing there. Camino means I walk.
Oh.
Can't really walk on water unless you're Jesus. Jesus doesn't exist.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Cyprus?
I believe that's real. That's Lake Como in Italy.
Italy. I'm like, I know it's somewhere
We would swim to that island every day.
vicinity.
One wonders why she just became interested in him.
I know, right?
Is it because he's really good looking?
He's so young though. Like, he looks way too young for her.
Well, I think for this, she's like 5 years older than him.
Okay. She's also more mature 'cause she's been through more as like an adult. She was thrown into adulthood a lot younger, maybe.
I mean, he had a rough life too.
Yeah. He just looks like a child.
So I think Anakin in this is around 19, 20. And
But he looks like
Padme's
13.
Right.
I
and
mean, he has a
Padme-
very young face.
Yeah, I
That's
think
why.
Padme's like 25.
I want all these dresses.
Yeah. Roll, roll, roll in the hay.
Yeah, baby.
It's a lot of water.
Yeah.
That's Boba Fett,
Okay.
legendary character from Empire Strikes Back. He
looks-
captured Han and brought him to Darth Vader in Episode 5.
He seemed familiar. Are we supposed to know what that armor was that he was hiding?
What?
Are we supposed to know what that armor was that he was hiding?
That was the armor from the beginning, the guy who shot the other bounty hunter with the dart.
Ah, yes. Okay. Who eats a piece of fruit with a knife and fork?
Padme does.
That's just ridiculous.
If Master...
So that's what Yoda was saying about arrogance.
Why?
He's just using the Force on a whim like that.
For fun?
Yeah.
Why not? It's cool. I would do
It's
it.
just a display of power that's
Or you're
unbecoming
just
of a
enjoying
Jedi.
yourself.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful with these things.
I suppose.
With great power
From the moment I met
comes great responsibility. None of the Jedi sensed his feelings about her before sending him on a mission.
I mean, he literally talked about it.
Yeah,
all
I
the time.
know.
Like he didn't even hide it.
Yeah. Why would they they assign him to her?
You are in my very soul,
Jeez.
tormenting me.
That's not sexy. Don't tell her these things.
I will do anything that you ask.
Get away
Go
from me.
rub one out and leave me the fuck alone. That's what you should do.
Regardless of the way we feel about each other.
Like, why does she
Then
feel
you
that
can
way
do
about him?
something. You are asking me to be rational. That is something I know I cannot do. Believe me.
Then you
I
should not be a
wish that I could
Jedi.
just-
Yeah.
Why could they be together anyway? What's the wrong with the senator having a person?
Wouldn't
Well,
have to be
the
that
Jedi
way.
can't. The Jedi can't have
We
partners.
could keep it a secret.
We'd be living a lie. One we couldn't keep even if we wanted to. I couldn't do that.
And that would hurt her career
Could you really
politically.
think- Could you live like that?
Because they're considered like monks almost, or priests.
You're right.
Somewhat. They just can't have attachments,
Destroy us.
which could mean that they may be able to have like flings, you know, or friends with
Yeah.
benefits, but no, you know,
That sucks.
well, it's nothing that they can that can compromise them. So if it's someone they can't really love, like a partner or a child, especially, it can compromise their power. It can compromise
Yeah, people can use it against them.
their mission. You know, yeah, they can have something. Something can hold something against them. Somebody can hold something against them. So it's just easier to navigate life as a Jedi without those attachments. You can go on these dangerous missions without, you know, being distracted by these attachments.
The creation of this clone army we could not see.
Seriously, Ash.
Yeah.
It's a big freaking army. Okay.
Dreams about his mother, who he left from Tatooine to train as a Jedi. And that was the last time he saw her. So like 10 years ago. I was masturbating.
I'm sorry, I don't have a choice.
What the hell? Damn you,
no.
Wi-Fi.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh. Ah.
Do you get Apple Plus?
No.
There was a series on there I thought you would like, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh. Yes. contains tobacco depictions. That was the death sticks. Now, that ship Boba Fett used in Episode 5. The ship that...
Oh, shit.
That ship is Boba Fett's ship from Episode 5.
I guess it was given to him by his dad.
Now, Jango Fett's a Mandalorian, and now on Disney Plus, there's that new show, The Mandalorian.
Right. Some of my coworkers are talking about it.
Yeah. So that's what Mandalorians look like.
Polynesian?
No, the armor.
Oh.
The Mandalorians can be any, anybody.
Shade.
Yeah. But they're really tough, obviously. Tatooine. That ship doesn't stand out at all.
No, not even a little bit.
So remember Captain Phasma from Episode 7 and 8? The Stormtrooper, the woman from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
So her armor was made out of, like, what that ship is made out of.
Cool. I love that guy.
Just surrounded by flies. See, the thing with the prequels, you know that Obi-Wan's not in any danger because he survives.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Because obviously he's in Episode 4. I don't know why the ship was off the sensors when it was just the spare parts that were destroyed.
Wow, you look like you went through hell, mister.
So in Episode 1, he didn't have any armor.
Oh, he was still being built.
He was still being built.
That's right.
Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru from Episode 4.
I guess I'm your stepbrother.
Okay.
I had a feeling you might show up someday.
They raised Luke.
Okay.
Is my mother here?
Yes, that does look very familiar now.
Mm-hmm.
Where did they film this?
I think this is in Tunisia.
Won't be long.
No.
So the Mandalorian gave an origin story to the Tusken Raiders, or the Sand People. So they're kind of like the Native Americans of Tatooine. It was their planet, and then other people started encroaching on their land, so they just started attacking them.
Okay.
So, which was a pretty cool origin story, which was never explored before.
Cool.
Jawas. Now he's Christopher Lee, a legendary horror movie actor. He's played Dracula, he's been in a bunch of monster movies, and then he was in Lord of the Rings. He died a couple of years ago. He's dead now.
He died.
Yeah. And he created some power metal albums as well. He would
What?
sing. He would sing behind, I forgot it might have been Blind Guardian or like some other progressive metal band, but he recorded an album where he sang.
Why not?
Kind of like opera-like. It's very, very unique.
Even better. What are they even doing to her? Jesus.
It can't be good.
Now I am complete.
Oh no. I wonder how realistic it is that someone can push themselves through pain, and then as soon as their savior or whoever they're thinking of comes to them,
Yeah, maybe.
then they can finally die.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
See, the dangers of attachment.
So are we supposed to know who Anakin becomes yet?
Huh? What do you mean?
Doesn't Anakin become some things important?
I don't know. Does he?
Maybe.
I mean, you remember episode 4, 5, and 6, right?
Maybe.
Oh.
To be angry is to be human.
If someone just told you that they killed children, do you think you would say, well, you're just being a human? I'd be like, okay, bye. I'm gonna leave now.
I won't fail again.
So are those two people his aunt and uncle, or cousins, or how is he
Who,
related?
Anakin?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're Anakin's mother's husband's son.
So like
So- Anakin's stepbrother is Owen.
Okay.
And they raised Luke
Right. Yeah.
in
I got that
episode
part.
4. They were Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
R2? What are you doing here?
Time to boogie.
So Count Dooku is trying to splinter the Republic in two for civil war.
Wait, hold up. They want her to vote for an army that was created by someone who's trying to kill her. Am I getting that right?
Well, the army was created for the Republic. That a Jedi... Just listen.
Hundreds of senators are now under the influence of a Sith Lord called
Donald Trump. He's fighting cartoons.
I don't know why she doesn't have a weapon.
Now it becomes Super Mario Brothers. Dun, 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 dun.
That must have been a fun set to work on.
I think that was all CGI. I don't think she was dodging anything. I think they said duck, jump.
That sucks.
You know, and when he was striking things with his lightsaber, it's probably, you're going to strike here, you're going to strike there, and they'll just all add in post-production.
She takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, I think the actors had an issue with that, too, because they said we were playing to nothing. And it's a little disruption in continuity, because R2 didn't have that in the following episodes. So unless it was like he had it removed or something, but that just didn't exist in the later movies. Like, there were some scenes that weren't used in the movie that were really important because it started the formation of what came to be the Rebel Alliance. So instead of these scenes, which were just like mindless action scenes, those scenes could have been added just to add more depth. Yeah.
Is there a lot left?
About an hour?
Seriously? How fucking long is this movie?
40 minutes.
Good Lord.
It's about 2:20.
Jesus.
What are you talking about? I love you.
Where did that come from? Especially after killing women and children and innocent Tusken
Yeah,
Raiders.
you know, they were animals.
I go. And
We had decided not to fall in love.
just like from out of nowhere.
We'd be forced to live a lie.
Love you.
How? I mean, why?
Wow.
Like what happened? Maybe she likes that he killed children.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow. The things you overlook for love.
I guess so.
Where the fuck are they?
On a planet called Geonosis. This is where the Separatists gather.
And are the Separatists the bad guys?
From a certain point of view, who is bad and who is good?
Like, I don't understand.
But yeah, the
this.
Count Dooku wants to split the Republic because he doesn't like what the Republic's doing because he's against because he thinks the Republic is run by the Sith. So he wants to break away from that because he doesn't like what's going on. He wants to fight the Sith. That's what he's trying to tell Obi-Wan.
Good job.
This lying motherfucker.
Well, that's Count Dooku. Who is Qui-Gon Jinn's master. And before that, I believe Yoda was his master.
Yoda produced a lot of really shitty people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what his damage is, but Yoda made a lot of really shitty guys.
Well, I mean, he was a teacher for 900 years.
Yeah,
So
but
you
like
figure there's some
every
bad
guy that
apples.
happens to be Yoda's is an asshole.
No, the Emperor wasn't an asshole. Qui-Gon Jinn wasn't an asshole.
But Qui-Gon Jinn wasn't Yoda's.
Well, I mean, Yoda kind of trained everyone. But Yoda... Well, I think... I don't know if Yoda directly trained Count Dooku.
I see.
mean, Yoda kind of oversaw everybody. Like, I think he trained the children, and then when they grew, they went to different masters.
Mm.
About Padme. She seems to be on top of things.
So you motherfuckers can fend for yourself. I'm fine. I'm just gonna climb up here and wait it out.
Ooh. Eee.
Can he just eat the other guy? It's like a crab meets a praying mantis.
Right. Ooh.
That hurts.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
I don't.
Patience, Viceroy, patience, she will die.
The fuck? Yeah, it's just getting stupid at this point.
We'll see.
Can you just kill him anyway? Because, like, seriously, dude.
Kill Count Dooku?
Yeah. Fucking slice him in half.
But there's a Sith Lord running the Republic. He's trying to stop him.
Is he, though? Because then why are the Jedi's fighting against this change?
Well, they don't think that's true.
Exactly.
Oh!
It's interesting. Of all the objects, he chooses this one.
Shiny.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That poor kid.
Yeah.
Can you just, stop shooting at your Jedi friends?
Against the programming.
Putting it back together.
He said, I'm beside myself.
There should be a head in there.
Yeah, I know, right?
With blood.
Well, there were people who analyzed that scene. Well, first of all, Jango Fett, his jetpack malfunctioned when he got ran over by that beast. So Fett's plan was to fly away before Windu swung the lightsaber at him, but he didn't know the jetpack was malfunctioned, so he couldn't fly, and that's how he was able to get his head chopped off. But then, when people ran it in slow motion, you saw the shadow of a head fly out of the helmet. So that's why there was no head in there.
Yeah.
Because that would have been something if the head just plopped out.
Yeah.
You heard like a thump. This is all CGI.
Yeah, obviously.
You see how attachments cloud judgment? Or at least the Jedi's judgment?
Yoda looks displeased.
Huh?
Yoda looks displeased.
Yes.
I wonder if you can feel Anakin slipping away. Yoda seems taller for some reason.
In the theater, the crowd was going nuts.
Him doing all the flips and shit.
Yeah,
Awesome.
even though it makes no sense that he's doing this.
Really?
And Yoda, at least in Empire Strikes Back, was more defensive and about avoiding war, but maybe this
occasionally
taught him a lesson, yeah.
Occasionally he's got to, plot all the stops and kick some ass.
When Luke first met Yoda, but he didn't know Yoda was Yoda, he said, I'm looking for someone who? A great warrior. And Yoda said, oh, great warrior. Wars not make one great. So he probably learned from, this experience as well as a lot of other experiences, I'm sure. Dooku escaped. Dooku escaped. Dooku messed those two up. That's a lot.
Holy crackers. So are all these people on the same side as the Viceroy now? Or
Viceroy?
The guy.
What guy?
That guy.
This guy?
No.
Oh, no, that clone army's on the side of the Republic. Because some Jedi commissioned, the building of it.
Are they getting married?
That's what it looks like. Because she loves him for some reason.
You can't marry a Jedi.
I guess she's doing it. It's in secret.
I see a baby bump.
Not yet.
I know. That's some retro 70s headwear right there.
Yeah.
I feel like my mom's made it look like that.
Oh.
Not really. I don't even remember what her veil looked like. I had to look at the pictures again.
And that is me singing the end credits, and this will be the proper conclusion, because who wants something to end just like that when I can just give you all the plugs again. So you can follow Erin on Twitter at ERUNUEVO, and you can follow me on Twitter at MMAM Podcast, on Facebook at MMAM Podcast. And you can email me at mmampodcast@gmail.com, and feel free to rate, share, and do all that good stuff. All right, everyone, you take it easy, and hopefully you'll hear another podcast real soon. All right, stay well. It's a lot.
Holy crackers. So are all these people on the same side as the Viceroy now? Or
Viceroy?
The guy.
What guy?
Yeah, guy.
This guy?
No.
Oh, no, that clone army's on the side of the Republic. Because some Jedi commissioned, the building of it.
Are they getting married?
That's what it looks like. Because she loves him for some reason.
You can't marry a Jedi.
I guess she's doing it. It's in secret.
Did I see a baby bump?
Not yet.
I know. That's some retro 70s headwear right there.
Yeah.
I feel like my mom's made it look like that.
Oh.
Not really. I don't even remember what her veil looked like. I had to look at the pictures again.
And that is me singing the end credits, and this will be the proper conclusion, because who wants something to end just like that when I can just give you all the plugs again. So you can follow Erin on Twitter at ERUNUEVO, and you can follow me on Twitter at MMAM Podcast, on Facebook at MMAM Podcast. And you can email me at mmampodcast@gmail.com, and feel free to rate, share, and do all that good stuff. All right, everyone, you take it easy, and hopefully you'll hear another podcast real soon. All right, stay well.